The Square Ball Podcast.
Hello there. Welcome to the weekly show. Dan here. Michael's here. Rob's here. Levi solicitors are here. Aren't
they?
Yeah.
Through me.
In spirit.
Through me.
Yeah. You embody the...
I do work for them more or less.
Yeah.
I'm head of marketing.
How much do they pay you?
I don't know. Something. I assume we're not doing this for free.
Yeah, I suppose, actually. Yeah, you're right. Will's probate conveyancing?
Correct.
Yep.
Anything else?
Just sell it better than that, if you could.
Come on, you've got your laptop open now.
I have.
Just imagine there's a viewer or a listener tuning in for the very first time who hasn't heard this and needs to know what an excellent range of services they provide.
I'm not sure I've ever mentioned debt recovery before.
No?
Not sure I have. Which is weird because it's on the website. I should probably have seen it sooner, but yeah, they do that too.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, the old residential conveyancing still on there, as is licensing, probate, lasting powers of attorney.
Well, I said licensing feels like a fairly recent discovery, but we're exploring new territory now then, aren't we? That's good fun.
Mm.
And, well, I don't want to pay full price for it, do I? So could you maybe tell me about any discounts that apply?
10% if you want.
On your legal fees?
Yep.
How do I find that, though? There's so much information. I just don't know what to do with it.
LeviSolicitors.co.uk/thesquareball.
Wow.
There you go.
Brilliant read. Can I just say?
Thank you very much.
Brilliant read. Thank you. On with the show then. Should we get the Kaiser Chiefs thing done then? Because it gives people maximum time to enter the competition. It's the final day of the Kaiser Chiefs week here on the Square Ball podcast. You've had 3 clues. Monday, that was Phil. Tuesday, propaganda. Wednesday with Simon Ricks. 4th and final clue. Gave a little teaser of that last night on the match ball. So just to make you do not add this onto the other number. You're adding up the 4 numbers. Just the 4.
All right.
Because if somebody heard it last night and goes, "Oh, I'll add that onto the total."
So you get your number, then you had 4 at the end.
Honestly, you need to behave, boy. You need to behave. No, right. So just to run it back, if you are tuning in for the first time, Kaiser Chiefs Week on the Square Ball podcast. The new album is out on Friday. That's the 1st of March. The Easy 8th album. It features contributions from Nile Rodgers and the Cribs, who you know personally, I think you said?
Yes. No, I don't. They did go to my school, but different years and that. Yeah, bigger boys, aren't they?
Bigger boys, right. Simon came in from the Chiefs on Wednesday. We had a little natter about that and found out what it was like to hear the whole stadium singing I Predict a Right, which I imagine must have felt quite good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. To celebrate the release of the 8th album, you can win an 8-way Kaiser Chiefs prize pack. 8th album, 8 things, 3 copies of the new album. So you've got the tape, the CD, the vinyl, 2 tickets to go see Kaiser Chiefs on their upcoming headline tour. And if you get in quick, you could go on Friday night in Leeds at Project House. Limited edition Kaiser Chiefs football shirt. It's been produced by Admiral, much as ours were. Good idea, that.
Yeah.
An art print and a merch voucher from us as well. So here's how it's worked. And today's the final day of this as well. So Monday to Thursday, there have been 4 clues. You've got a number for each one. Add those 4 numbers up and you will get your final answer. And then you need to send an email to KC. That's not Casey, as you were trying to distract.
And the Sunshine Band.
Shut up. You are Stop trying to derail the promotion, Michael.
You really want this prize, don't you? You're trying to derail it for everyone else.
Yes, so it's KC, the letter K for Kaiser and C for Chiefs. KC@thesquareball.net. Send us your email with your answer. What are those 4 numbers added up? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So the Thursday one went on the match ball. It's on here again today, which I will give you in just a minute or two. Winner will be announced tomorrow on the show with Phil, which is the day the album's out. Terms and conditions apply. KaiserChiefs.com for details. So here is today's 4th and final clue. David Batty's traditional shirt number. Get that in your mind. And that's then divided by the number of automatic promotion places in the championship. The number of automatic promotion places in the championship. Fiendishly difficult, I'm sure you'll agree.
Are you allowed to use a calculator?
If you need to, yes.
We'll allow it.
You don't have to show you're working out. Everybody who's entered so far, thank you so much. A number of people have shown they're working out. You're not obliged to do so.
Do bear in mind, if you do use a calculator, you won't always have a calculator in your pocket.
Right, that's true. Yeah, as they used to say to us at school, didn't they?
Exactly.
That's correct. So add up your 4 numbers. The Monday clue, the Tuesday clue, the Wednesday clue, and that one, the Thursday clue. David Batty's traditional shirt number divided by the number of automatic promotion places in the championship will give you your 4th and final number, and add them all up. Send in your answer, kc@thesquareball.net. We'll pick one person at random out of all the entries. Duplicate entries won't be allowed, by the way. It's 1 entry per person, so don't send loads in because they will just get deleted. We'll draw somebody at random to be revealed on the show with Phil tomorrow. And you could be going to see the Kaiser Chiefs live in Leeds on Friday. Otherwise, you get tickets for their headline tour and a load of copies of the album. Tape, CD, vinyl. You could listen to all three at once. If you started all three at the same time.
Would that be good?
Well, it's one better than stereo, isn't it?
Okay.
You get it in
3D.
Yeah, that's yes. Wow, Michael. Wow. On with the show then. It's the weekly roundup. We are in after the cup game. Obviously, we did the match ball. We spoke about the cup game, but probably worth just touching in on what happened with everybody else this week, the other promotion rivals, and try and figure out a way, reverse engineer it so it means that we're going up.
I think it's good news this week.
Yep.
Good news, because we didn't really want to go through.
Nope.
Whereas Southampton have suffered a crushing defeat, demoralising.
You say didn't want to go through, but I didn't want to lose, but I also wasn't asked about going through. Would have been nice, but I'm prepared to accept that we lost. And I'm also accepting that it's beyond my control.
Okay.
But are you happy with the outcome?
Yeah, it's fine. And Leicester did go through after extra time, which is good. All tired.
So they're very sleepy. Yeah.
And then it means their game should have been against Southampton that weekend, but now they've got to play a cup game, which means it messes up their schedule and Southampton's.
Yep.
Which is extra good.
And they'll know that there is a game where one or both of them drops points at some point in the schedule for the promotion running, which is a psychological hammer blow, Rob.
Absolutely. I am taking encouragement from Russell Martin, who seems to be going a bit Jesse Marsh. It was last week he was criticising his team for not going all in, which we've heard before. And then it was after they lost to somebody or other at the weekend. He was bemoaning. He was saying, it was all just the players' fault because they've got everything. They've got football tactics, which again is reminiscent of Jesse Marsh in a Fizzy Salzburg documentary after a game in which Erling Haaland has just scored like 4 goals for him to win the game, and Marsh is in the dressing room afterwards shouting his head off going, "It's a disgrace, they've got everything, tactics, but we've got nothing on the pitch." And it's like, mate, you've got the best striker in the world who's just scored 4 goals to save your ass. But if Russell Martin wants to go full Jesse Marsh and change his name, then yeah, I think that's good for us.
And Southampton, of course, lost last night to the children of Championship players.
Yeah.
It was Kumas and Dan's, wasn't it, who we'd established were both actually.
And Lee Clark's son as well.
Of course.
I don't know if he's happy with the systems or not.
Who were Southampton playing again, remind me?
Liverpool.
All right, okay. Still going then, are they?
Who, Liverpool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not too tired.
Getting very excited about all these kids that it turned out they mainly poached from other teams.
Yeah. Have they done anything recently, the old Liverpool? Or?
Oh, they're quite good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, well done.
We've got these things in Liverpool called children. It's before you grow up, we call them children.
I did see a tweet. I wish I could find it now. It was somebody basically saying that their fans cheered when they needed them. They dug deep, and Liverpool are some sort of breed apart because their fans cheered them when they needed a lift. And that was it, really. And I was like, really, that's your exceptionalism, is it?
It's a unique place, that place, isn't it?
It does mean we've got a very exciting weekend when we play Millwall, doesn't it? If we can overcome Neil Harris's Millwall, then it will put a peacock among the Foxes and the Saints.
And the Lions, because that's a Millwall.
Yeah.
The Lions going to win, isn't it, really, if it's a straight fight between them.
Yeah.
But, whatever. This Lions got some questionable tattoos. So
yes. The old tattooed lion.
Yeah.
Famously so. But no, it should genuinely be quite interesting, shouldn't it? That, and that's in 3 weeks' time. When I think will that put us top when we win that day?
If we're not already top by then,
yeah, it could already be. But that's going into the international break as well, isn't it? So there's a nice big gap after that one.
Yeah, I need to have a quick look and see who all the teams have got between now and then. Who have we got?
I can tell you we've got this weekend.
Yeah, go on then.
We've got Huddersfield.
Right.
If you're aware of that one. But we play first, and then Southampton go to 18th place Birmingham, which they should win. Leicester play QPR, who are dog shit, 21st. You can't, even though they're tired and they're managed by Bold Fraud, and the fans are fixated on the spunk of Leeds fans, You can't see him not winning that, can you?
That's a reference to propaganda, by the way, which please do watch or listen to that.
Yeah.
Which will then make it make sense.
And Ipswich got Plymouth, who, when we played there, people kept saying Plymouth had a good home record. So maybe they get something.
I'm prepared to buy into that now.
What?
That they've got a good home record, so they'll win.
Record. Get your table up. You love the home. And
I'm on FOTMob. I'm on FOTMob.
Where are Plymouth in the home table?
I'll have a look in a minute.
Okay.
They've got Darko JB pulling the strings as well as a number 10.
Got man of the match, didn't he?
Apparently so. There was a Plymouth manager was praising him, and I still don't know what he's called, but he said he was good anyway.
Foster. That's what he is.
Fozzie. Yeah, Fozzie Bear. Leicester have got QPR this weekend at home, which, you'd expect them to win, but they're now rattled out. They're finished. They're a finished club, I think. Did we decide that?
Excluding the midweek cup game.
Excluding the midweek cup game.
When they did beat a Premier League side.
But the interesting stuff is that they then travel to Sunderland and they travel to Hull. I'd quite like to see them drop points there. I don't know about you. What do you think about that as an idea?
Yeah, yes. Should drop loads of points.
Are you up for that, Rob?
Yeah, more than 3 if possible.
Plymouth are 10th in the home.
I've just got that up. I was just about to say that. Why are you doing that for?
Well, you've been a bit slow.
They've got 28 points out of those 17 games, haven't they? Do you know who's top of the home table?
Leeds United.
Yeah. Do you know where we are in the away table? 4th.
Second?
No, we're 4th.
4th. Fine.
So yeah, Southampton's next couple of fixtures: Birmingham away, Preston at home, and then Sunderland at home. You see, they're both facing Sunderland, but Jack Clark's injured for 6 weeks, isn't he?
No, is that right?
Yeah. He might be back in time for playing us. I hope not.
Is Leo Hjelde injured, though?
I think he might be, actually, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he actually genuinely is, yeah. Yeah. Because apparently they've got a bit of a left-back curse. I did see I think it was A Love Supreme, their account was tweeting about their dearth of left-backs. I think they have the same curse that we have.
Is Mickey Gray there, Tony DeRigo?
Possibly, but Lawrence de Bock was cited as one of the problems with left-backs.
Well, they've also signed Niall Huggins and Hjelde since then as well, so we're just passing the curse on to them, really.
I know when they signed de Bock, lad I used to work with, got in touch and said, I think they were in League One at the time as well. They were like, is he any good? And I was like, I wish I had better news. No, and he's like, yeah, but we're in League One, you got to remember. I was like, just wait and see. You tell me what you think in a couple of weeks. And not much the same as Leeds fans.
We'll get into the injuries ahead of Huddersfield with Phil, which we're recording that after this, obviously. We got a little bit of data, though, in the post-match, didn't we? Joffrey's had a back spasm.
Joffrey can't walk, which was...
That sounds not great.
Farke made it sound like it was going to be fine. But it was like, he said he could not climb into the coach, was the way he described it.
That sounds quite serious.
Did they make him try? So they knew he was injured and gone, go on, Joffrey, have a go.
That's the test.
I'm a long way off being able to play football here. Well, get up them stairs, let's see.
Gruev and his hip flexor and Jorginho with his hernia couldn't finish training, but are going to be assessed. I feel like am I indulging in wishful thinking that there's a bit of gamesmanship here with this?
Well,
I mean, if they miss the game, then no.
Yeah,
but I feel like they'll be ready.
Hopefully,
yeah,
hopefully. I suppose with Georgie, we don't have an adequate replacement for him necessarily, do we? So
just dose him up on ketamine from his arse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is it a banned substance?
I think it's controlled, certainly.
Okay.
And like paramedics and stuff have it, don't they?
It was hardly performance enhancing, is it?
It was those Rotherham fans, wasn't it, claiming cocaine was performance enhancing the other week? Because when Bamford handballed it, it was as bad as him taking cocaine.
Yeah. Was
what they were trying to argue.
Well, it's more likely if he was coked out of his eyeballs, he'd have just stood up front telling everybody how good he was, bragging about it. What else have we got then? So Shackleton would have started ahead of Firpo against Chelsea, but he was feeling he had a poorly tummy. I say poorly tummy, I don't know that for a fact. He was unwell in the hotel.
It's because those kids carry diseases, don't they?
Right.
Then he's got one now, so
yeah,
he's probably picking stuff up, being vomited on and not washing his hands properly after the nappy changes. That's what I'm going to say.
Speaking from experience here.
Just always ill. Always ill.
He's a bit like Joffrey, isn't he, Shackleton, where every time you think, he might get a chance, he just seems to have something wrong with him. There's one eel the other week as well.
Yeah, it was. What is wrong with Jamie Shackleton? He's
had a kid. That is about the size of it, isn't it? He'd just be very, very tired. I saw somebody as well remarking on, God hasn't going to Barcelona aged Rafinha. We know that photo of his cool kid with the sunglasses on. It's like, no, it's not going to Barcelona that's aged Rafinha. It's the little thing that he's carrying in his arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Michael's got twins, but he's only actually 22. Look at him. Look what's happened. Ravaged. What's the Kiko Casilla scoop then, Rob? Go on.
It's all very confusing. There was a story last week that he was joining a Serie B team, Lecce, I think you pronounce it, who are bottom of the league. And it kind of caught the Spanish press by surprise because they assumed that he'd retired because no one was daft enough to sign him. But he rocked up to Lecce this week and looked around the stadium, looked around the training ground, and then he was due to sign his contract the next day, and he just pissed off in the middle of the night, according to a club director. I was chatting to TSB writer Chris McMenemy, who's been on the podcast, about it, and he was saying, do you reckon he thought he was signing for Lecce, who are in Serie A, and didn't realise?
It's only a different vowel, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah, and we were having a bit of a chuckle about that. And then there was some quotes from a Lecce director, and it does sound like Kiko might have done that. He was looking around the stadium and the training ground, apparently looking a bit confused, and he was looking at the balls that they're playing with and saying, are these the right ones? And the director was like, yeah, it's the Serie B ball. And Kiko was like, oh, right, okay. And then he's just disappeared. So it does sound in keeping with what we know of Kiko, that he's made a completely fucking stupid mistake again.
It's a very... I'm just looking at the stadium now. It's a beautiful looking place.
Stadio Rigamon?
Not the stadium, just the
all right.
town. It looks really nice. But the stadium has a real kind of Conference North vibe to it.
It's in Lombardy, so you've got mountains. You've got, wow, that looks beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
Why didn't you go there?
I mean, I'd happily go
The
there.
daft racist. Come on. It's a great move for you. It reminds me a bit of when I was a student and I'd given up my season ticket because I couldn't afford it. And I thought, well, I'm going to steal some football because they were advertising for stewards at Ellen Road. And I thought, well, I'll do it, but I won't do any stewarding. I'll just watch the game until they sack me. Seemed like a foolproof plan.
Classic Normanton.
But then it became clear during the morning that it would be a car park steward, and you wouldn't be able to go into the actual stadium. So there was a tea break, and I just fucked off. Didn't tell anyone I was leaving. I just sort of went, yeah, I'm just gonna go. Just mooched up to get a bus.
Have you seen who's in for the Premier League Manager of the Month award this time, by the way?
Is it a bold fraud?
Yep. 2 of them, actually. 2 of them. We've got Pep Guardiola's in there. He's apparently
classic bold fraud.
Yeah, doing all right. Well, he's the proto bold fraud, isn't it, that Maresca's basing his whole shtick on. Eric Ten Hag is in there.
No way.
He's in there for it. And Mikel Arteta.
Be nice if he wins it, though.
He's kind of the opposite of bald, isn't he, Arteta? Very, very, very dense hair.
Yeah. He's a non-bald man.
There's no scalp at all visible through his hair.
No. Yeah, Ten Hag. I think
it'd have good acoustic properties with Arteta's hair.
You think so? Like very deadening the sound.
Yeah, it's like Rockwell.
Right. Yeah. We should maybe get on that, shouldn't we? And we should keep Ten Hag in a job because I think he's doing really well.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see just how furious they get if he wins Manager of the Month.
Well, limp into some shit wins. Yeah, good.
The Square Ball Podcast.